Guys, and today we're back in Creatures of Sonaria. But today, if you remember last video, I was like, oh my god, I don't really think I have another slot to do the conifron. Well, I decided to get rid of my grandma's, which, by the way, was very sad to do as it was 145 age. And if you don't know, that takes a very long time to get to. And it used to be 200, but I logged and I didn't know there was log penalties, but at this point I literally don't give a crap. It only takes away 33 age, and, at that point, it's worth it. So anyway, let's play with my new conifron species. Also, I just want to give an honorable mention to the Dave DeBay, whatever it is. It's not really that great, guys, but it exists. So yeah, let's go right in. So I've given this thing a little bit of time, and it definitely has grown on me a little bit. It's just kind of a goofy creature, but it's very cute. I mean, look, it's a Christmas tree. How can you not love it? It's super cute. Only thing is, it's very, very weak. It's a fairly alright healer, but it's just not really that good. Luckily, it doesn't eat, and it only drinks water. But, I mean, in general, it's not really that great, especially for combat. This guy's doing fine. I hate running up on people like that because they always think I'm gonna attack them, but I'm not, guys. I'm literally a healer. I get attacked so often just for running towards people. And it's like, dude, I'm a healer. What do you freaking think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to heal you, not attack you. People just don't get it. Yeah. So, if we go... Wow, that was weird. Let's see if we go this direction. Mostly we just need to find someone who's injured, and then I could show you how they heal. So it's kind of an interesting mechanic. It's like basically you toggle heal, so you can press one and it just toggles the healing. It's not really that great of a healer, but I think it does pretty well. So we gotta continue looking for somebody who's injured. So I could see like playing this creature is a little bit boring because you really don't even have to do anything except drink water. So you're not like hunting or anything. You're basically just looking for people to heal. But ultimately, if you're on your own, like just walking around, it's pretty boring because there's not really anything to do with this creature other than heal and drink water. So I think that's one problem. It's too weak to really defend itself and fight. Luckily, you don't get attacked too often because it is a healer. But again, it does get a bit boring and repetitive just walking around as this creature, drinking water. So I was just looking around when I was first using this creature. I was noticing just that this is actually a very solid mobility creature. Like, it's not too slow or anything. It just is kind of weak. But I can see, like, once we get to Elder, I don't know how it's going to be. It might be a little bit different. But ultimately, the Christmas event is over now, so you can't get it anymore. So congrats to anyone who got the Boreal Warden or the Conifron. I know the Boreal was 12,000 and the Conifron was only 3,000. But, now you kind of have to, like, go to the trade realm and trade for it. And I know that trade realm is a pain in the ass, if you excuse me to say that. It really is. It's not... I mean, I used to spend a lot of time there. I enjoyed myself there. But now, I only go there if I need a revive token and I don't even have one. So, and obviously, I would rather at this point just rather than spending my whole afternoon in the trade realm giving away all my species for one stupid species, I'd rather just get a stored creature at that point. That's my thinking, is like, again, like kind of what I touched on again last video, is it's not necessary to own the species the majority of the time. Like, it's a flex to own the Boreal Warden, I get it, and like, you know, even I am very happy that I own it, but it's not really like it matters that much. It's like, you know, it's a species. All it does is basically make it where you ultimately can restart for free, and obviously be the female for a lot cheaper. But the amounts that you have to pay for certain species, like, I get, if it's like a small species, it's not really that expensive, yeah, go for it. But if you have to pay, like, I'd say, like, over 5,000 for a species, at that point, you might as well just buy a stored, because, you know, revive tokens usually are like 150, 200, and you can ultimately get them for free, too, if you really want to. And that's going to make your life so much better than just spending all your favorite species to get this one species. If you want to do it, fine, do it. But I'm just saying, like, think about it before you go and give away all your species for this one species that you might not even like ultimately, because you probably haven't played with it unless you already played with the stored one. And I know for a fact, like, when I gave away all my species at a certain point, I got bored of that species, and I ultimately moved on to a different species. Half the time it was a species that was super common to get. I hardly ever play with rare species, partially because I'm scared that they're gonna die and I don't want to have to regrow them, but half the time, like, you know, like, I never play with my Karuku, my Glimmer Karuku. I never play with it because I just don't want to have to continuously make new Karukus to get another Glimmer Karuku. I just have it as a flex. Like, I'm never going to get rid of it, but I'm also never really going to use it too much unless I'm just testing out how good my graphics are. Like, you know, it's not really my thing, is flexing creatures. I just want to have fun in the game. And ultimately, rare creatures usually aren't that fun to play with. Like, the conifron is fun, but it's not really the funnest creature to play with just because it doesn't really have much to do. You're a healer. And ultimately, being a healer is fine, but, like, it doesn't really do anything if there's nobody to heal. And currently, there is not a thing to heal. If you are like a tank creature, there are definitely some good tanky rare creatures, but you know, you can get some fairly cheap tanky creatures. The Grandmas is still one of the strongest creatures in the game, and it's so easy to obtain. I mean, technically, a lot of people would probably give it to you for free because, you know, it's that common. A lot of people own more than one Grandma species. And while, like, you know, when I first started the game, I spent a ton of time trying to get that thing, and that was like the rare creature for me. And now all the rare creatures are so rare that at that point you might as well, again, just get the stored one. And with the reduced prices from the new recode, it's so much better to use stored creatures because they're so much more affordable and realistically priced. Previously, a really shitty ass creature would become, you know, like 2,700 shooms just to buy a stored one. Now it would probably be like 250 to 600 shooms. And obviously the super rare ones are like, what? Like 2,500 and stuff to like 5,000. But that's fair. I mean, they're super rare. And a lot of the time, you might be able to even go to trade round and get a free one. So, you know, it's more realistic with the stored things now. But anyway, I've already touched on that. I just wanted to say so. This is kind of the experience of playing with the conifron, though. Yeah, I mean, you've seen me, what I'm doing. I'm literally just walking, freaking around. I haven't gotten to do turd. Oh, hi, buddy. But yeah, I really haven't gotten to do, like, anything. And, that's kind of the reality. of playing with the conifron. Because I actually am pretty sure not a lot of people actually, well, not a lot of people fight nowadays. I mean, there are occasional fights, but there are actually not a ton of fights going on all the time anymore. So it's not like having a healer around all the time is super necessary. So ultimately, if you're going to play the conifron, you're really just playing to get into the Christmas spirit. And Christmas is kind of over at this point. So, you know, the conifron's great and all, but it's just not really necessary. If you really want to just get the stored one, you don't need to buy it. Yeah. So, I actually kind of wanted to obtain a Sturby. So, I'm going to go do that, guys. I'll check back in if I get it. Alright, so I did obtain the Sturby, but unfortunately, I probably overpaid for it. But luckily, I actually did have 2x of the same species, so I did actually not really lose any value personally, because I don't use either of the species. I gave them one Miju and one Feliso, and I don't really use either. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and yeah, enjoy your species.